Have you ever noticed something strange? Two women can both move from 30 to 50, but time seems to show up very differently on their faces. When you put two 50-year-old faces side by side, you may wonder, why does one face seem to hold on to firmness, brightness, and smoothness a little longer? Is it genetics? Is it skincare? Or is there something happening underneath the skin that we rarely think about? But photos are not scientific proof. They are only the beginning of a question. So today we are not going to stop at the surface. We are going inside the skin. Welcome to the hidden city inside your skin. This top layer is the epidermis, your first protective wall. Below it is the dermis, the foundation that helps your face look firm, full, and lifted. Inside the dermis, collagen works like support cables. Elastic fibers work like tiny springs. Together, they help keep the face smooth, resilient, and supported. But look closer. Here, there is an old injury. It may not have happened today. It may have happened 10 years ago on a bright, sunny afternoon when an invisible arrow from the sun hit the skin. On the surface, nothing obvious. No redness, no pain, no visible wound. But deep inside, the damage was recorded. Years later, when enough tiny injuries pile up, the surface finally shows a line. The kind of fine line you notice in the mirror. That is the sneaky thing about photoaging. It does not always show its work right away. It keeps a quiet record day after day. So how does this record get written? The answer is ultraviolet light. Every time you step into sunlight, an invisible battle begins. The first layer to take the hit is your epidermal wall. Some UV rays make themselves known quickly. They bring redness, heat, pain, and sunburn. But the more dangerous rays for slow aging are often the ones you do not feel right away. They may not make you red immediately. Instead, they travel deeper into the dermis, where they quietly attack collagen cables and elastic fibers. So, no, not getting red does not always mean your skin was not damaged. But your skin is not defenseless. The first responders are the melanin guards. Think of melanin as tiny guards holding dark umbrellas. They stand near the epidermal wall, trying to block part of the UV attack. Every arrow they stop buys your skin a little more protection. But dark umbrellas are not invincible shields. When the sun is too strong, too often, and too long, those umbrellas begin to get holes. The defense line weakens. The alarm goes off. The melanin guards shout deeper into the skin. Pigment factory, increase production. Inside the pigment factory, the conveyor belt speeds up. Dark pigment granules are rushed toward the front line. At first, this is protection. Melanin is not the enemy. It is part of your skin's defense system. But when pigment production becomes too high and the distribution becomes uneven, the pigment that was meant to protect you can slowly show up as dark spots, dullness, and uneven tone. So the slower aging look many people associate with East Asian women cannot be explained by melanin alone. And it cannot be explained by good genes alone. A bigger difference is often built through small habits repeated every day. Sunscreen, shade, avoiding harsh sunlight. Instead of waiting for the dark umbrella to break and then forcing the pigment factory to work overtime, the smarter strategy is to block more UV before it gets into the skin. In many East Asian cities, these habits can feel almost ordinary. On a bright summer day, you may see people carrying sun umbrellas, wearing wide brim hats, putting on sun protective clothing, or choosing the shady side of the street. In some Western cultures, a tan has often been associated with health, energy, and vacation. But in many East Asian cultures, avoiding strong sun has never been only about staying pale. It is also, quietly, an anti-photoaging strategy. You can imagine this whole system as a second layer of protection outside the skin city. Sunscreen is a transparent shield. A sun umbrella is a moving shield. A wide brim hat is a roof over the face. Sunglasses protect the small gates around the eyes, and avoiding peak midday sun simply reduces the strongest attack. The idea is simple. The less repeated UV exposure your skin receives, the fewer new injuries it has to record. Fewer new dark spots, less new dullness, fewer new fine lines. Slow aging is not about magically turning back time. Very often, it is about giving your skin fewer new injuries to repair. Now here are 3 gaps many people miss. Gap 1. Most people protect the face but forget the places that quietly reveal age. The eye area has thinner skin, so fine lines can appear there early. The neck is exposed almost as often as the face, but it is often forgotten. The ears can develop sunspots, and dermatologists often remind people not to ignore them. And the hands are very honest. Sunspots and dry lines can quietly tell the story of time. A real slow-aging defense protects every area that can reveal age. 2. Using too little sunscreen. You might say, but I already use sunscreen. The next question is, are you using enough? Many people apply only a tiny amount, spread it thinly, and believe the defense is complete. But when the real UV attack arrives, a thin layer may leave gaps everywhere. For the face, one easy memory tool is the 2-finger rule. A line of sunscreen along the index finger and another along the middle finger is often used as a simple guide for a fuller amount. And again, sunscreen is not only for the face. The neck, ears, and hands need to be part of the defense too. Gap 3. Forgetting indoor UVA. You may think being indoors means you are safe, but UVA is not that easy to avoid. It can pass through glass. If you drive, work beside a window, or sit at home in direct sunlight, those invisible long rays can still reach your skin. So real sun protection is not just, I used a little sunscreen. It is, did I build the photoaging defense fully enough? Did I cover the right areas? Did I remember the situations where UVA can still reach me? One more detail matters when choosing sunscreen. Do not look only at SPF. SPF mainly tells you about protection against UV rays that cause redness and sunburn, but if you care about slow aging, you also need strong UVA protection. In Asian sunscreen labels, PA4+ means a very high level of UVA protection. So do not only ask, will I get sunburned? Also ask, was my skin quietly attacked by photoaging today? Today's action card, build your photoaging defense. Here's your simple 3-step starter plan. 1. Upgrade your sunscreen habit. Use a generous amount on face, neck, ears, and hands every morning. Choose SPF 50+ with strong UVA protection. 2. Add physical barriers. Wear a wide-brim hat, sunglasses, or carry a sun umbrella. Let shade do part of the work. 3. Respect peak sun hours. Reduce direct sunlight between 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. whenever possible. Choose shade or reschedule. Start small, one protected day at a time. The real power isn't in doing everything perfectly today, it's in consistently reducing the daily UV damage your skin has to fight. When you do this, your collagen stays stronger, your melanin guards work less overtime, and your skin keeps its firmness and even tone longer. That's how slow aging actually happens. Next time, we leave the sunlight behind and step into the East Asian kitchen. We're going to look at one simple, inexpensive food that most people overlook. It's not expensive supplements, it's not trendy collagen drinks, it's just tofu. But why has this humble white food been so closely associated with women's skin elasticity and midlife skin health for generations? In the next episode, we'll dive into the microscopic science behind it. Hit subscribe so you don't miss it, and tell me in the comments, what's one sun protection habit you've been doing for a long time, or which one you're thinking of trying? See you in the next investigation.